to infinity and beyond.
What's up, everybody? It's Roger and James here from DisKingdom.com's Infinity and Beyond podcast. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the Kingdom Hearts 3 Toy Story trailer that got released at the Level Up at the D23 Expo. Obviously, I watched it live. I was watching it live on live stream, the only live stream from D23. But James, you lucky.
I was there.
You were there. You were in that audience. You were the one screaming. You can see the poster.
God.
Yeah, you were there. Could you see Skywing and shouting and screaming?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
There was a woman, I think maybe 5 or 6 rows behind me, and I stress woman. She must have been in her mid-40s, maybe in around that age. And when they announced Kingdom Hearts 3, well, when they brought out Kingdom Hearts 3, she just started screaming like a 15-year-old girl. And when they're like, "Oh, we know you've waited too long," she screamed out, 15 years. I'm like, all right, cool. Okay.
Yeah, it did seem to go down very well. Watching some of the reactions from people, watching it on the stream, everyone, all the comments were just literally like, Kingdom Hearts, where's Kingdom Hearts? We want Kingdom Hearts. We don't care about Marvel. No interest in Spider-Man. It literally just got to the point where the stream was going so fast. It was like, right, turn this off, put it on the big screen, and just watch it. So, for you there in person, what was it like at that during it and also afterwards with all the Toy Story characters and stuff?
Well, the Toy Story stuff was weird, but we'll come back to that. It was a very electric atmosphere there. Obviously, just like the comments you were talking about, everyone there, they would applaud, Spider-Man, there's Spider-Man Homecoming and Lego Star Wars, Lego Superheroes 2, yay. And then Kingdom Hearts 3, like the entire crowd just goes crazy and screaming. You can't even hear half the trailer because they're screaming so loud. Not that it mattered. It was in Japanese anyway. Yeah. So, listening to Buzz and Woody in Japanese is weird. I mean, it was weird, because we'd seen that before in the first trailer with Maleficent and Hades and what. And it's kind of like, that's odd. But definitely Woody and Buzz, you're just like, whoa. Yeah. I mean, maybe not that weird for Buzz because he's got that Spanish mode that we've seen in the movies. Which Jesse really likes. Yeah. But yeah, and the second the Toy Story reveal comes in, you're in Andy's room and everyone recognized it instantly. Yeah. It was you didn't need to see Buzz, you didn't need to see the Army Men, you knew immediately what it was. And everyone was going nuts. I didn't hear anybody going, "Oh man, I was hoping it would be something else." There was
a little bit because they showed like the E3 trailer just before it, didn't they?
Yes.
Which kind of threw everybody off. Everyone was like, "Have we seen this?"
Yeah, and then the trailer ends with, "We'll reveal more at D23," and kind of like, wait a second.
But yeah, I mean, generally, like for me, I mean, I thought that trailer looked epic. I mean, that looks like it's part of a movie.
Yes, Buzz and Woody. I don't know if the cutscene we saw is using the in-game graphics. It looks like it is. Yeah. It looks like it's not pre-rendered. They look fantastic. They look like they were right out of the movies. They're not pixelated or polygonish like you got from the older Kingdom Hearts games. And then the action when you go outside Andy's room, they're on the roof, and then they drop down into the driveway. Yeah. Looked fantastic. The action looked great. I also was very happy to notice, as I'm sure a lot of people did, that there were 5 characters on the list. There, Donald and Goofy stayed. Sora was there, and then we also had Buzz and Woody, which I don't think we knew. I don't think we knew that we were going to be able to have more than 3 characters at a time in this game.
No, I mean it definitely looked awesome. I mean that kind of the buzz around that trailer has done a very good job. I mean, a lot of Toy Story obviously is so popular, but also more importantly, the little thing at the end that where it's like coming
2018.
in 2018 and fine. Everyone's like, "Yeah, we got a release date." It's like,
no, you really didn't. I mean,
we got 364 days that they could release it over. It could be March, it could be February, it could be December. There's a big difference.
However, I think if it was going to be in the first half of the year, they would have said first half of 2018, or they would have said quarter 2, quarter 1. I think the fact that they didn't specify a quarter suggests strongly suggest that we're looking at a Q3, Q4 release date if we're lucky enough to get it in 2018, because they said 2018. I'm not taking it as gospel until I have that game in my hands, or at least installed on my PlayStation, because it'll probably be a digital release for me.
Yeah. The thing is, I mean, there's been lots of interviews and stuff coming around afterwards with like GameStop, IGN, Game Informer about the thing of DLC, and basically it sounds along the lines of this game's coming out whether it's finished or not, and they're going to just bring in more content for days. I think they've literally gone, right, we can't wait for new there'll be less worlds than in Kingdom Hearts 2, but it'll be more fun. I mean, that whole thing where they had that Titanfall kind of mode in it, that looked awesome.
Oh, that looked awesome, yes. I remember going like, ooh, I want to try that out.
Yeah. So now it just seemed like a very... I mean, it was definitely buzzing. It's the week of the internet, there's been a lot of Kingdom Hearts coverage, loads of news coming out. I think because... the director's been out there doing lots of interviews, and so there's been little bits creeping through. I'll be honest, there's one problem with, I don't know what it was like for when he was doing the interview. It was a little bit hard.
Yeah, and I mean, that's always going to be the case when you're doing an interview across language barriers, and based on what it looked like, some of the translation both ways, some of the questions going to him, and then his answers kind of got a little bit lost in translation. Yeah. But I think that the important bits made it through, and that's what we got to focus on. So
yeah, and I've got to be honest, big kudos to the Disney Consumer Products and Entertainment Division, rather than Disney Interactive as they used to be, for actually live streaming this. They live streamed it over Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, on about 100 different channels. There was a little bit of a delay in that it was live on Facebook before it was live on YouTube, but they ended up, I think, in that the Kingdom Hearts one, they managed to kind of catch up a bit with the trailer, and yeah, it was, having had to sit through the Parks panel on Periscope and having to watch the last D23 Games conference on Periscope from Will. It was great to be able to just sit there, put it up on the big screen, watch it, and have that experience, and everyone tweeting about it. Everyone, even those of us not there were able to involve in it. But obviously, you being there must have been just a buzz after that finished.
Oh, it was great, and also. Obviously, you wouldn't know this from the stream itself, but this one this year was in the Expo Arena, whereas 2 years ago it was in the hall. And the hall is the huge one, but it's not really the best for being able to see everything when you're in the crowd. Whereas the arena is, well, it's an arena. It's like, you're going to a concert or whatever. It's got an upper level, it's got a lower level, it's got a mezzanine and all that. So no matter where you were sitting, you had a view of the stage. Whereas I was in the animation panel on the day before, and we're way off on the right, and you're like, I think that's the voice of Ariel, maybe. Yeah. It's a woman. I got, yeah. Of course, they had giant screens up, too, so you could see what was going on. But, it was a smaller venue. And it actually wasn't full, which surprised me. So I think, they didn't quite hit capacity on the video game one. No. But it was a better experience than the ones in the hall because it was more intimate. You could see what was going on. Yeah.
It definitely seemed... we're going to do a number of episodes this week where we're going to break it down like Kingdom Hearts, Star Wars, Marvel, etc. to kind of do it. But the Kingdom Hearts, I think, was definitely the good call to be the thing to end it on.
Yeah, I can definitely understand why all the fans are going, we want a Kingdom Hearts. We don't care about the rest of this, or we care a little bit about the rest of this. Show us the Kingdom Hearts. Of course, you end with the major one. You end with the thing that people want. And then they learn about Spider-Man and Spider-Man in Lego Marvel Superheroes, which honestly is kind of like, yay, you just showed us Spider-Man and now you're showing us a different, lesser Spider-Man. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. From the Disney part of me, I was a little bit like, "Is that all?" I was left a little bit kind of going. And the Kingdom Hearts 3 obviously is going to be an epic Disney game. There's nothing about me that's saying no. That's I am super excited about it, but I was a little bit like, nothing else at all.
Well, they're definitely holding stuff back, and Kingdom Hearts is their game. They know what the audience wants at the moment. So as much as we might want a new DuckTales game with the new style, or a game based on Coco or Moana or something like that, we know that Kingdom Hearts is going to be the big topic. It's going to be showing at San Diego Comic-Con, or as Rob will get annoyed if he's watching this, SDCC. We had an in-joke between Rob from CoinOp TV and myself there. And it'll be at all the major cons. It'll be at the PlayStation Experience. It'll be at all those. So this is what Disney is focusing on, and I guess they're just like, we don't want anything to take away from the Kingdom Hearts 3 hype. This is the game, and they know the fans are going to be there.
Yeah. That was the one thing I did kind of got to the end and went, yeah, okay. That would have been, of something else coming out later this year. Is Cars 3 it? No like montage of mobile. The trouble is, an hour is it sounds a lot of time, but it did seem to be it did feel rather rushed.
It was definitely rushed, and they actually ran over.
20 minutes.
There were people, about 20 minutes. There were actually people leaving during the Kingdom Hearts announcement, not because they didn't care about Kingdom Hearts, but because I'm sure they had another panel that they needed to go to. I hope they got the giveaways. I'm sure they did, but it was definitely one of those things where I think that might actually be a podcast all of itself, talking about D23 and the overall management or mismanagement of it. But that wouldn't be on Diz Gaming. That would be on the regular DisKingdom podcast.
But no, it's definitely, I would say, like the Kingdom Hearts, it definitely sort of set it up as being the major one. I think the fact they announced it beforehand, I don't know when we're going to next see anything from Kingdom Hearts. They have said that he doesn't want to keep any of the world secret. So it would not surprise me if we get a new trailer for each world before the game comes out.
It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. And we've got a minimum of 5 months, probably more likely about 14 months before this game comes out. So, plenty of time.
I'm still thinking March.
March would be fantastic. And
that would allow 6 months delay to be Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. March would be fantastic. I do think if they were aiming for a March window, they would have at least, hinted at it, or at least gone a little more specific than coming 2018. But you know what, Disney, that'd be a fantastic surprise if it was coming out in March, April.
I mean, it depends on like the D23 Expo in Japan might be, or some other games conference might be the next thing. I'm not sure we're going to hear too much more in 2017. It sounds like, unless, like I said, they want to hype up the train to kind of get people excited for it. But I think they definitely did a good job. That trailer and the game just looks... It's inspired me now. I actually cancelled my Mario and Wabbits order yesterday because I literally said, no, I'm going to try and churn out a Kingdom Hearts game in August and September and just try and clear out some of the ones, because it's like, no, I need to knuckle down now. I need to,
I did similar. Like, I don't have Super Mario Rabbids pre-ordered, and even if I pre-ordered games, I wouldn't have that one pre-ordered. I'm kind of waiting and seeing what's going on with that, but I'm definitely kind of like, all right, I need to finish these games. I'm actually mostly done with the first Kingdom Hearts. I got pretty far in Kingdom Hearts 2 because I had to review it, but I want to start from the beginning, having done the proper order and all that. So I got a long road ahead, so we'll see what happens.
No, but like I said, Kingdom Hearts 3, D23, massive win, massive thumbs up, looked awesome. It's hard to kind of, and it was a decently long video as well.
Oh yeah, they showed plenty, and it was awesome seeing the combat. We've seen a little bit in the previous video with the Hercules level and stuff, but this really started to get into it. We saw a lot of new magic spells. He freezes that guy, and then it looks like he rides the freeze wave and just like smashes him, and looks fantastic. Can't wait to get our hands on it, whether as a demo or the full thing.
I must say, if anyone wants to see a good watched Gamer Joint's reaction video to him watching it, he's falling over the chair, he's screaming. It's like, it's that kind of thing. I watched him do it, and I went, that's why I can't do reaction videos, because I'd be like, I wouldn't you're very British. British reaction videos would just be like, let me have a spot of tea while I... Oh my, he beat up that poor Heartless. And it's like, that's the funny thing. I just got back from D23 this morning. In fact, we were going to record this earlier, and my flight got delayed. I didn't get back till 3 a.m. And
So I haven't been on the internet. I have not seen how other people are reacting to these things. I haven't seen any of the reaction videos. I haven't seen like the breakdown analysis, like trailers and all that stuff. So this is all. I've only got my own reactions to go on this.
No, it's good. It looks really good. We'd love to know what you guys think. Comment below, get in touch with us. As per usual, check us out over at DisGaming.com, DisKingdom.com. Check out the poster behind him there, just as proof that he was there.
Yep. It's actually double-sided. I'm not going to show you guys the other side because it's taped down, but it's a cool montage picture of the covers from the other Kingdom Hearts games.
On that note, guys, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to check out James over at heroiclegacy.com as well. And we shall see you guys in another episode. Later.